Hello students, as we have discussed about nitric acid, its preparation and properties. In this video, we are going to discuss some redox reactions involving nitric acid. So first of all, recall what is redox reaction. The reaction in which oxidation and reduction reaction takes place simultaneously is called as redox reaction. As we know that nitric acid behaves as a strong oxidizing agent. Because of this, it undergo itself as a reduction reaction. It oxidizes non-metal to its acid. Dilute nitric acid has no action on non-metals, but the concentrated acid oxidizes many non-metals such as sulfur to sulfuric acid, phosphorus to phosphoric acid, iodine to iodic acid, carbon to carbonic acid. So here these reactions actually are the oxidation reaction. Since nitric acid is acting as a good oxidizing agent, so itself it undergoes reduction. That is, the reaction involved here for nitric acid is twice HNO3 give rise to twice NO2 plus H2O plus O. Because nitric acid behave as a strong oxidizing agent here, therefore it have a tendency to give nascent oxygen, that is O. So this is a reduction reaction. As we have learned, reduction, that is loss of oxygen. So here the nitric acid loses, or we can say it has a tendency to give nascent oxygen. So first learn this equation. It is very easy to learn this equation. Look at the equation. That is HNO3 is giving rise to NO2 H2O plus O. That you need to remember here. It giving rise to NO2 H2O plus O. Now here, first of all, you need to balance the individual reaction. Now look at here. When you keep the twice here, now this equation is balanced after keeping twice NO2. So first of all, you have to make the equation, that is the individual equation, balanced. Then only we'll be getting the overall equation balanced. So the equation reduction reaction is twice HNO3 give rise to twice NO2 plus H2O plus O, where O is the nascent oxygen. So let us first discuss the reaction, that is sulfur to sulfuric acid. That is the oxidation of sulfur to sulfuric acid by the oxidizing agent nitric acid. Now how to do this equation? First you need to write the reduction reaction, that is twice HNO3 give rise to twice NO2 plus H2O plus O. This reaction we have already discussed, that is the common reaction for all. So this reaction, once if you have learned this equation, you can use it for all the four cases which we are going to discuss here. Now what is the oxidation here? Oxidation of sulfur to sulfuric acid is taking place. So you are familiar with the sulfuric acid formula. So it is easy to remember, S into H2SO4. Because here the nascent oxygen, that is the nitric acid which is giving nascent oxygen, it is taken by the reaction. In the second reaction, that oxygen is to be taken. That means in one of the reaction, loss of oxygen takes place. In other reaction, addition of oxygen takes place. That nascent oxygen get added here. That is oxidation. Addition of oxygen is called as oxidation. So this reaction is a oxidation reaction. So we can write the equation like this, and when you look at the product here H2 is required. That means we can take water. So I am telling the easiest method to make the individual equation. So S plus H2O plus O give rise to H2O H2O SO4. So the equation is S that is sulfur to sulfuric acid. Now what you need to add here, because oxygen, there is an addition of oxygen because it is an oxidation reaction, and plus H2O. So that you need to remember, H2O plus O we are doing for all. So now look at this equation. Is it balanced? This is already balanced as we have checked. What about this equation? Is it balanced? S, 1 sulfur, 1 sulfur, 2 hydrogen here, 1 oxygen here, 1 oxygen here. So, but here it is 4 oxygen. That means it is not balanced. Which one is not balanced? Oxygen is not balanced. When you check here, 2 oxygen here, 4 oxygen here. So that means here we can add the number of oxygen which is required. So how much oxygen is required? That is 3 oxygen. Now when you check it, now it is balanced. That is O here, 3O, that is 4O. So now it is balanced. So it is one of the most important step here. Once you write the individual reaction, first you check it whether the individual reaction is balanced or not. Then only we need to do the further. Now here oxidation reaction, that is, this is the oxidation, this is the oxidation reaction, this is the reduction reaction. Now both the oxidation and reduction reaction we wrote here. Now because the nitric acid has a tendency to give nascent oxygen, that is actually taken by the reaction in this. So the oxygen, the nascent oxygen should be get cancelled. So when it will get cancelled, when there is equal number of O on both the equation. But when you check it, it is not equal. So what we need to do here, if 3 oxygen will be there, then it can be easily cut out. So what we need to do, we have to multiply the first equation with 3, and that is overall multiplication you have to do. That is, the whole equation should be multiplied by 3. Now it is okay, because now we can easily cancel the 3 oxygen. So this is the why we are multiplying with 3, because in order to cancel the O here. Next, now the oxidation reaction is ready, reduction reaction is ready. Now we'll be finding out the redox reaction by making the sum of it. When we make the sum of it, we'll be getting this equation. Now look at here, that is sulfur, this is the sulfur. Here twice HNO3, but 3 is there, so 6 HNO3. And here thrice oxygen cancel. Here one water is there, but in the first equation thrice water, because 3 into H2O, thrice water. So from 3 water, 1 water get cancelled here. So the 2 water is remaining here. And H2SO4 is here. And this 2NO2 become 6NO2, because 2 into 3, when we are doing, we are getting 6NO2. So this is the equation which we are getting while making the sum of these two. But in the textbook, we have this equation. When you take out the textbook, you'll be getting this equation. So is it our equation is wrong? No, because this equation is for S8 and we have done for only S. So better you take 8 here and you need to multiply with 8 throughout. That is 6 into 8, 48. Here 1 H2SO4, that is 1 is into with 8, that is 8. 6 into 8, 48. 2 into 8, 16. So when you are multiplying with the 8 throughout that equation, you will be getting this equation which is given in the textbook. So how easily we have learned this equation. No need to by heart the equation, because when you are writing a redox reaction, it should be balanced. And when you are dealing with such large number, definitely what happens, it will get mistake. So don't by heart it, do it in this manner. Now let us discuss the second reaction here, that is oxidation of phosphorus to phosphoric acid. That is, the reaction of nitric acid in which phosphorus is converted into phosphoric acid. So in this equation, first we need to write the first reaction, that is, I told you it is common reaction for all the cases here. So that is the first reaction, reduction reaction. Now this is the second reaction, that is oxidation reaction here. Here phosphorus is converted into phosphoric acid. You are familiar with the formula for phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4. So P is converted into H3PO4. I told you have to add oxygen, nascent oxygen and water, as we have done for the case of sulfur. So P plus H2O plus S give rise to H3PO4. But it should be balanced. So you need to balance this equation. So when you take twice of this one, so 2H3, that is 6 hydrogen. So we need to take 3 here and 5 oxygen, nascent oxygen. When you do the balancing, it will be getting in this way. So this is the balanced equation. Now here the oxygen should be get cancelled. So what we need to do here, because here there is 5O, here there is single O, so we need to multiply this with the 5, the overall equation. So when you multiply with 5 and when you make the sum of it, you will be getting this equation. So when you get this equation, but the textbook in which we got this equation, that is the equation for P4. The equation is given for P4. But what we have done, that we have done for 2P. So what we have to do here, you have to multiply with 2, the overall equation. So 2P, that is we are getting P4 here. 10 HNO3, we get 20 here. 2 H3PO4, that becomes 4 H3PO4. 10 become 20 here. 2 become 4. So in this way, we'll be getting the overall equation that as it is given in textbook. Why it is in the P4? Because phosphorus in the tetraatomic form. As in the sulfur in the case of S8, as in the case of sulfur it is S8. In the case of phosphorus it is P4. So it is one of the most important type of reactions that we are discussing here. So you will be doing in the same manner for the other one, that is carbon to carbonic acid. So first we will be writing the reduction reaction. So this is common reaction for all. Here carbon is converted into carbonic acid. So the reaction will be C plus H2O plus O give rise to H2CO3. I told you this is common for all here, that is plus H2O plus O. But depending upon the formula of the acid, you need to do the balancing here. So when you balance it, you will be getting this equation. Check the balance on, is it balanced on both sides? 1 carbon, 2 hydrogen, and here there is 3 oxygen. So 1 oxygen here, so we need to keep twice oxygen here. Now this equation is balanced and this is already balanced. Now here oxygen, because twice oxygen here and here there is only one single oxygen. So what we need to do, we have to multiply with 2 the first equation. So when we make the sum, we'll be getting this equation in this manner. So but in the textbook it is given in this way. So you will be thinking how it comes CO2, because there is no CO2 here, it is H2CO3, that it is not present here. That is the carbonic acid H2CO3, that you need to write as H2O plus CO2. In the place of H2CO3, we are writing H2O plus CO2. And then when you are writing in this way, you will be getting the equation in this manner. So here one H2O and this H2O, that become twice H2O, and one CO2 from here, that is CO2 here, and 4 NO2, that will be here. So these are the equation, that is the equation for carbon to carbonic acid. Next, Iodine to iodic acid. Formula for iodine, that is I2. Iodic acid HiO3. So what the method which we have used here? Use the same method, that is first write down the reduction reaction, that is a common for all, then oxidation reaction, that is I2 converted into this. Okay, so all of you try this equation by yourself and find it out your answer and compare with the textbook, because it is once you have learned the three equations we have done here, 3 redox reaction we have done it here. So in the same manner, do it this one, practice this one, and check whether you are getting the correct equation with the help of textbook. So this is all about this video. This is one of the quite important property, that is redox reaction. It is usually the question arises from this area. So all of you need to practice on this type of a equation very well. So don't by heart it. Only use this method in order to make the reaction, that is a redox reaction, very easily. So this is all about this video. Have a nice day.